For the rest of class, you're going to be comparing the advantages and disadvantages of both sides during the Civil War. Now, there's two options for how you can do this. Around the room, all of the stations have been posted that have the different questions for you to answer, but these have also been posted on Google Classroom for you to use as well. So you can either get up, move around the room, or stay in your seat to analyze these distinct advantages and disadvantages. The way that this is going to work is each station, each section looks like this, okay? Each station has two different questions. As you can see on here, this is question 8 and question number 9. So I'm gonna go to my paper right here, and I'm gonna find question 8 and question 9. I'm going to read the question right here. So number 8 controlled most of the wealth. This side of the Civil War controlled most all of the nation's wealth. Most of America's banking and manufacturing industries were located in this region. As a result, this side had much more money at its disposal. So for number 8, I'm going to decide whether this is talking about the Union or the Confederacy. Use the notes that you just took. Use that resource to help you out. But the first one, is this the Union or is this referring to the Confederacy? Once I've decided, I'm going to choose, is this an advantage or a disadvantage? Was this a good thing for that side or a bad thing for that side? And then finally, over in this column right here, I'm going to briefly explain. I don't need complete sentences. I don't need a full paragraph. Get your point across. Why is this an advantage or a disadvantage? Explain your choice. Explain your decision based on what you've read. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on Google Classroom or just write your question down and we'll refer to it tomorrow. But once you're done, be sure to follow the rest of the instructions on Google Classroom. There is a back. There are a few questions that you need to answer once you've completed the front, okay? For these, I do want complete sentences. Doesn't have to be a full paragraph, but I want you to thoroughly explain your reasoning for each question. Be sure that you follow all the instructions for today's assignment. First, you need to complete the notes by watching this video that you've hopefully already watched. Secondly, you need to complete the comparing advantages and disadvantages station. And then finally, if you have any time left, follow the link that I've put on Google Classroom. There's a game on a website that kind of reviews your knowledge of the North versus the South, the people, the strategies, the advantages, and the disadvantages. I'd like you to play that a couple of times if you have time and screenshot your score and attach that score into Google Classroom. That way I can see, 1, if you were able to do the game if you had time, but 2, how well you've done. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a private comment on Google Classroom. I'll answer as soon as I can. Other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for all your work.